you're doing well. I've just done the video for Trade of the Day, so hopefully you've caught that. That just went into the Trade of the Day channel. It's identified with a lightning bolt, so just look for a lightning bolt in Discord. And I then made a quick 2-minute video on that, and it looks like it might do well, but we'll have to wait and see, okay? So we had a humongous 24-hour change, which has really impacted the big picture. If we have another one like this tomorrow, we'll be on the precipice of being risk off. Okay, so be very, very careful. The VIX is possibly going to break its yearly pivot, which is the midpoint between the low and the high of the year. And so that's a big level, 26.5. Okay, and we had a lot of Fed speech out yesterday as well. Kashkari was talking, and we have to be careful, basically. And note where the pound is, it's very extreme. Okay, and note where the euro is as well. So that's that. And so yeah, we might be on the precipice of being risk off by Friday. Maybe even tomorrow. We'd have to be very careful. So the yields pumped at the short dated, so that tells us a flight to safety in the near term, and the long dateds fell. But this is saying, get out of stocks, invest in bonds in the near term. So the 6-month return is actually quite decent. It's actually a quite nice return for your investment, and that beats your savings account. So invest in invest in bonds for the next 6 months. You're going to get a decent return. So that's how that works. Okay, so this is a risk off sign. This is also risk off because of the inversion, and what we want to see is we don't want to see things like this being higher than the 10-year. Like the 6-month return on your investment is higher than the 10-year. So invest in bonds today, and you get a better return than you would if you invested it for 10 years. Obviously, it would obviously compound, but that's just like a sort of representative of where we are right now. We are quite risk off. And this is telling us a flight to safety. And this all should come down if we're going to be really rallying to all-time highs, but they're pumping. So there's the big shifting on the indices, and it's flipped the France 40 to sell, German 30 to sell, and the US 30 to sell. UK 100 is still a buy, and so is the S&P. There's big shift in. There's the dollar being strong, which would make sense in a risk-off environment. There's actually, a demand for the USD because of things. We're going to potentially be quite risk-off by Friday, right? And I'm not sure if you can see that. It might be a bit blurry, but Kiwi is lagging and the dollar yen is leading. So there's the Kiwi weakness and yen weakness. Average bubbles, the trade of the day went out. It's an hour ago. So it took me an hour to do the bulletin today. I had to do some calculation on the signals. We had quite a bit of a chop yesterday, as you can probably imagine. However, the euro yen did very, very well. And so I'm quite happy yesterday. It resulted in a tremendous success. I didn't take that particular signal because I didn't trust it. And the fact that I was making a backup of the spreadsheet. We've got a backup spreadsheet now in case we have API failure. We've got a backup. So that's what I was busy doing. Had I been focused, I could have taken the euro yen, and it really did rally. It was quite bonkers. And so the euro yen is a buy, you see. Go by FXCM client snapshot. It's green. So what we want to see is shift in, to and fro. And this is so much, it's quite useful, but it doesn't tell it what's happening now, what's happening in the past and what's going to happen in the future. So it just tells us a snapshot of how they are positioned, but whether that will add to that trade, to that bias, we don't know unless you get the trading station. Okay, so I recommend it with 100% certainty. S&P, well, they made the sell because they went long, and now they're going long again, so price should fall in speech marks, should. Sideways on the US 30, however, we made a sell because at the high level, we are a sell with 53% long, so that's like a warning sign, okay? And 51% long DAX. However, they have shorted it here, so that makes it a buy. And this is a risky buy because at high level it's a sell. However, they're reducing longs, right? And that's important. The reduction of longs is a bullish indication. They short it will come up. Okay, so it's important that you understand that the reduction of longs dynamically, because if they continue, will flip over to 50% and go below, and then it will be a buy at the big picture. So yeah, we had a bit of a discussion about this in Discord. So I think we're probably going to come to 1725. Someone else in the Discord who I respect highly says that they're already making profits, and so we should come up to 1736, which is around about here. So I think potentially we're going to come down here just to annoy these guys and frustrate them, and then we can probably come up a little bit. All right, so I think short term here, and it might have even done it by now. I'm not sure. I've not checked gold price because this is an hour ago. So my theory was it's going to come down to their break even, and it's just going to frustrate them. And whether or not what will happen here, we don't know. We have to get the trading station to see. And I'll do a quick 2-minute video as well after the bulletin. And so the largest stock cluster now is a dollar Swiss, which is new, and that's good. The largest mover was EU at 13% shift. They did short it. Okay, that's the largest mover. And because they shorted it, it should indicate price to go higher. It should. And there's only a couple more days left of this. So just know that on the 1st of September, we're going to lose our ridiculously humongous discount. Using the Quasidb code, you can get the Pro license for $10 a month. After the 1st of September, it's going to cost you $31. So get it while you can, get an annual plan while you can, and you'll lock it in at that price. If you don't, you're going to spend $31 a month. So it's a big saving, okay? And there's only a couple more days left of this, and so grab it while you can. This absolutely blew my mind. I've never seen it so low at this time of day. Now, yesterday it was very high, and now today we're very low. And so I was telling everyone just to sit on their hands, because currently price action is favouring the herd, and that's highly unusual. Usually they get squished, and whatever they do, price does the opposite. Now what's happening here is whatever they're doing, they're getting paid, they're getting rewarded for all the Australian dollar crosses, CAD, Euro, Pound and Kiwi. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but it just tells me to be careful. And I did say that in the video about our trade of the day, and just to be careful. So we had a really good result on the Euro Yen. It really did rocket. So we had a fantastic day yesterday, so I'm really happy. However, do note for today, because of this, right, because of this, that you can see I've deactivated the signals today because I can't trust that. That is just too abnormal. And we don't want to be trading like the abnormal markets. We want probability behind us and logic. When the market's behaving illogically and they're paying the retail guys, it tells me to sit on my hands and just to avoid. I didn't take today's signal, but I think it might do quite well. And so we'll have to wait and see. And normally the bubbles are quite good. Okay, so just so you know, today's signals are deactivated. The trade of the day is still valid, but the signals are, they're going to be a no-go because of this. I can't trust it. It's very unusual to have so much retail guys making money. And so yeah, quite happy, to be honest with you. That's quite nice. And there's our total. It results in 62 pips a week. It's okay. And there's our, the chart over time. And we're at week 88 now. And onwards and upwards, up we go. Assuming that the retail guys are going to be losing money, but this tells us that they're making money, so this is why I deactivated the signals. So hopefully you understand why, and we can resume them tomorrow. I got a feeling this is going to flip by tomorrow. We're going to go from strong sell to sell, I think, potentially. And so we had the dynamic shift in on the Euro USD. They've sold it, so price should come up because they're normally wrong. Economic calendar, inflation rate, and this is going to impact our signal, right? So you've got 4 hours left, so be careful when that inflation rate comes, because it's going to cause our trade of the day to flip-flop a lot. And then we've got the jobs openings from the US, so Fairly quiet calendar, just the euro and the USD to be careful of, and keep calm, always trade safely. Gonna wrap up now. Just be careful because we've got a very low failure rate, and know where your entry is and know where your exit is, and you should be fine. It's important you identify your exit, otherwise you're going to encounter a medium-sized loss, which, if you're not careful, can then go to a large loss. You definitely don't want that to happen. So be careful today, and I'll speak to you guys soon for the 2-minute video on the indices.